So we're now ready to do a little bit more editing with the pictures. So we need to go back to the edit mode. We need to select the channels that we want to have active, and we probably need some kind of picture to go over the front here. So let's just deactivate the audio so we don't go over the top of that. We may need to add some audio, audio channels. So we'll do that. Tracks, add audio. Go again. Tracks, add audio. So we've got 2 more audio channels in there just in case. So if we go now to our pictures and have a look, see what we've got. Yep. So we might use a little bit of something from there. And we'll just select that. So I put an in point and an out point, and I'm just going to add it in straight in there. So I'm going to use the replace, and that's just added that straight in there, the 2 channels there. Look for another shot, double click on this one here. So I've got an in point and I've got an out point that I've already created. So we'll just add that straight in there again and just replace. And at the moment, if I play that, you'll hear that the audio is too loud compared to the music underneath. So again, we can adjust the audio by going back to the audio tab and simply just bringing that audio down, just coming down. Now, because I've got 2 audio channels there and not a stereo channel, I need to bring those down independently. Now I've brought these 2 tracks down and I've done them separately as 2 mono tracks, but I'd like those 2 channels to be in stereo. So if I go right click and then go to tracks, I can actually group audio, and I'm now selecting the 2 tracks I want to be grouped together, and they've now become a stereo pair. Now if I just undo that for a second too, I'll show you an alternative way of doing that. Again, if I just go right click, tracks, and then it says make stereo pairs, that's doing the same thing as I've just done but with less clicks. So we can now mess around with the audio on both channels at the same time. I'm going to bring that one down as well. And if I go back to editing and play the other tracks by selecting them. Hello, in this video we look at my work as an editor, explore. Okay, so that's now working. So again, I'm just going to bring this to the end of that track, deselecting the audio here and just going to that part there. And I'm going to put an in point, and I'm going to go to where the next edit is, which is the beginning of my piece to camera, and I'm going to put an out point. So on this occasion, we've now added in and out points on the timeline as opposed to the clip. And I'm now going to double click here, and I'm just going to find an in point. Let's say we'll start there. I've added an in point, just an in point and an out point. So we've got 1, 2, 3 points. We've got 2 in points and 1 out point for this particular edit. And I'm now going to replace, and let's added that into that gap that we had just there. So I go undo again, and I'm using the replace with the 3 points, the 2 ins and the 1 out, to add that to the timeline. And again, if we go back to the audio and just drag that audio down, and that should have brought that down quite a bit. We go back to edit mode and play that whole sequence. Now obviously, because I haven't got these channels selected, they're muted. Hello, in this video we look at my work as an editor, exploring my history, the tools I use and the way I work with clients. Good morning everybody, and thank you very much for coming to today's meeting and taking this video conference call with me. And what I've noticed is the audio seems to have come back up again, so let's go back into our audio. Let's just add those back in there and drag that down. And the reason why that disappeared was I was playing around and just doing some adjustments, so we'd actually lost that effect. We'll go back to edit mode again. And replay. Hello, in this video we look at my work as an editor, exploring my history, and I've actually brought the audio down just a touch too much. So I go back into audio again. And we'll just lift that up a little bit, go back to edit and then play again. Hello, in this video we look at my work as an editor, exploring my history, the tools I use and the way I work with clients. So morning everyone. Now I feel that that shot we've just put in there it's too long. So I'm now going to create an edit point just in there, and to do that we hit the I and the O and then the delete, and that has now added an edit point in just there. So if I get undo, there isn't anything in there at the moment. I've got an in point, so let's just change those. Oops, wrong place. Change those to there. If I can see where the waveform is just here, and I want the cut to come just before that. So if I put an in point and an out point and then press the delete button, it now adds a cut in there for me. And to replace that, if I just go to the cut, put an in point and then go to the end of the clip and add an out point, and then go and find another clip, take that one there. That's a fairly static shot, so do in point, again just 3 points this time, and we've now replaced that, and the sound again will need to be adjusted. So we go to audio and we bring that sound down to there. Go back to edit, activate the other channels and then press play. Exploring my history, the tools I use and the way I work with clients. So morning everybody, and thank you very much for coming to today's meeting and taking this video conference call with me. Again, we've got that clip that we've just used up there, so we'll replace this one.